Well, it must be going because that message has gone away. So here we are, Sunday the 1st of February.
The first.
Oh my God. Sunday, 1st of February, here in beautifully cool for a change Melbourne. There's just a little bit of drizzle outside. The hot days we've got a break from the 45-degree days yesterday and today. And I'm sitting here with Blautorg the Bloater Boy Stewart.
Good morning, world.
And we're just going to do a run through of various tracks on Arena Commander that we've been practicing the last few days.
Cough, cough.
So, let me bring up
hang on.
the picture.
I've moved on to something.
All right.
Go towards the light, Stuart. Go towards the light.
Yeah, you do that.
All right, I'm back in the menu.
All right. Exit to menu. Now, do you want to do that one again?
We can do that one again.
Record Memorial Raceway. And I will pick a 350R.
Well, lucky you. I don't have one, and I can't get one because their renting is broken. But I will get what's something that's a similar doohickey. Let's have a look. What have I got that is similar? Maybe the Mustang. Where is Thou Art Mustang? Mustang. There Thou Art is. Putting away the Peregrine, which I quite like the Peregrine actually. It's quite a groovy bit of kit.
I've got one, and I don't know why I've actually got one. I've got the Sabre Firebird and a Sabre Peregrine, and I don't know how I've got them other than that they are loaner ships because I don't remember buying them.
No, I bought one.
Not all players are ready. Do you want a force launch? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, they're in my actual inventory, and all I can imagine is that they are loaner ships while I'm waiting for one of the unreleased ships. But
You never know. That might have been an Atmo arrangement with CIG too.
I don't know.
They do talk. Who knows? But anyway, I went and swapped out one. I had two Reliance, so I swapped one of them out because you can't fly two Reliance at once. I don't know why I've ended up with double ships. I think you ended up buying me one, and I bought one, and we've just sort of done whatever we've done. Or Jack, I bought one for Jack, and he doesn't play, so I've just gone and taken it back. Who knows? But anyway,
I bought a Hermes the other day.
Did you just?
Because it was.
You humpback, you.
Yes, I am. Not the sperm whale, not a blue whale. I'm a humpback, am I?
Mm-hmm.
Are we actually going? Oh, we're actually going.
Oh, we're going. All right, there we go. Zoom, baby. And you've stopped dead in your tracks again.
No.
That's what happened last time. Absolutely stopped dead. Yeah.
That's just you, boy.
No, that's you. That's you being infirm.
Is that what it is?
I'll get you a friggin' walking stick or maybe one of those Zoomers.
I'm not far from a walking stick, actually. I reckon give me 5 years, boy, and I'll have a walking stick.
Really, just?
Yeah, I don't intend to do anything about my knee. It's not causing me any dramas.
So you're on a walking stick, but it's not causing you any
I was
dramas.
just about to qualify that statement. Yes, it is causing me dramas, but it's not causing me dramas that I'm going to go under the knife for. Some people that are friends of mine who have had knee surgery have said it's the best thing they've ever done.
Well, there you go.
But then there's an equal number of people who have had knee surgery who said they wish they'd never have done it. And
Well, you might be one of those ones that it's the best thing you've ever done.
I got caught on that sign again. That gate 6 sign, that is my nemesis. So, because it's not causing me any more drama than, and
You being a cripple.
other than a little bit of a limp, I'm not bothering about it unless it really does stop me from being a human, and it's not. So it's going to remain sore. Too bad. So sad.
Really just.
Yep. Yeah. Just go. I've got gate 9 here. I crashed and spun way out of the actual tracks parameter.
So far, so good so far. So far, so good.
I've spun up the speed a little bit now. I'm past 6.
Coming in for a lap. All I've got to do is just not hit the walls on the way through. Alright, 3:05, what would it be? I did have a couple of stuff ups, but as in the left should have been the right.
I just had a stuff up then, actually.
Origin Jumpworks at your service. Core system operational.
But I'm starting to get to that point now where the finger is not off the trigger.
Yeah. Now I've got those gotcha moments. That billboard on gate 6 has still got me
Oh, there we go.
wobbled.
That one. The one that I just found.
Alright, so I am flat out. Just in normal speed. I'll get to gate 6 and then I'm just going to slow down again. Gate 4, the big climb. Oh, I think I hit one of those little
Origin Jumpworks.
guide
the little guide posts. Yeah, I've hit those several times.
Weapons.
Oh, God. Because I'm not in the groove, I'm not in my...
You're not in the zone,
I'm
boy.
not in the zone. I came out of a turn, died, and then got sort of back into the game again. But I wasn't in the flow. Alright, I'll speed back up.
This should be a slightly better lap, I
And
think.
die.
Origin Jumpworks at your service. Core system operational.
252.
A 252, fat boy.
Alright. So now I'm just waiting for you because I'm just about to drive off into the Ulus.
Oh, God, I hit another gate. Having one of those days. Where do I need to go? I've lost my orientation. I spun out. Haven't died, but I spun out.
Alright, well, let's just have a look at what SGR.gg has to say about timings.
Oh, God.
You're a dud.
I am
Words at your service.
You need to put your walking stick on your ship.
Operational.
Starships and racing tracks, leaderboards. Okay. Tracks. Record. Record. Oh, Jesus. Holy snacking.
So we don't compete.
Jellyhead, 1 minute 2.
Core system operational.
Right, Dude 3D, 1 minute 4. Playing Fox, 1 minute and 8. Neojet, 1 minute 11. Head End, 118. Henchman 0, 127. Hurrah!
Hurrah!
120. Alrighty. Atkins, 121. Oh boy. We don't even get into the top 3,000.
Nah.
Just to think we're doing good, and we're about 5 pages down on the. Where would that take us to? 157. So it takes us into. Oh, Ricky Ticky, 212. So I beat Ricky Ticky. Okay, so it's position 45.
Alright.
A long way to go.
I'm exiting to menu. Next one, Snake Pit.
It's already. I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, just go to menu. Snake Pit in a P72.
No, it doesn't want to let me do it. I'll just X and just see what it does. No, it's had a. There we go.
You're in Snake Pit?
No,
You're not.
no, I think it's
Just go to menu, boy.
it's the Outlands. I think. I'm not familiar enough with them yet. I'm sure that there's people out there going, "Oh, you stupid prick, you don't know what you're doing." Well, yeah, you're right, I don't. Exit to menu. All right. What are we doing? We're doing Snake Pit in a
Snake
Kruger.
In a P72.
Vehicle-y.
You can select them in the next screen.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Just ready.
Ready. Thou art ready. Got groceries coming this morning, but they haven't shown up yet.
Yeah, I know that there was a need for groceries to be delivered when COVID was around, but they were delivering us crap. So on your left hand side, you can
I've got it.
Ship. Yeah. P72.
On the line and ready to go, you fat fuck.
I gotta find mine.
Your adventure, courtesy of Kruger.
There we go.
Ugh, it's got me looking.
Intergalactic.
It's
Well,
like
you
we're
can't.
sort of spawning.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got to wait
We're
for something to happen.
spawning next to each other, and it's having a meltdown.
Having a meltdown.
Weapons disengaged.
done it already at the start. I'm lost.
Eh.
Adventure courtesy of Kruger
Gone the
Intergalactic.
wrong way.
Systems active.
Seem to be not turning. Why are you not turning, you piece of compost?
Yeah, just check to
Okay.
see that you you're in coupled mode.
Coupled? Yeah, I'm in coupled mode. Okay. Yeah, alright. Maybe it's just a characteristic of the ship. If you don't have your finger on the trigger, you're just not turning. Maybe you've just got to go full bore all the time. If that's the case, I'll have to work on that. Alright, let me just try something then. Let's just get a speed. That's what it is. So you got to have your finger on the accelerator to turn, and if you take your finger off, you just do not turn. So if you set a reasonable speed, it's going to work.
1 minute 51.
Ew, that's not going to work. Okay. So tap around the corner. Okay, tap the speedo around the corner. Gives you flight control. Slide round the corner. Gives you sideways. Now, it didn't work that time. No, something's going wrong here.
Your adventure courtesy of Kruger Intergalactic. Systems
All right, let me try the joystick on this one. Something's not quite working. Not getting a response out of a mouse as what I am on other ships.
And yet for me it worked beautifully.
Yep, no,
So
nothing for me.
1 minute 20.
Nope, no, don't like that one bit. Do not like that at all. I just upped the sensitivity on my mouse.
Oh god, that would be horrible.
No, it is shit. Let's just not do that.
It's already horrible.
I just cranked it back down again. Yeah, what I'm finding is I'm not turning.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Maybe press C a couple of times and toggle the coupled,
I'm just-
decoupled mode on and off a couple of times, and it might come good.
Might have a look at the sensitivity settings on the x-axis. It's just not turning. It's just going in a straight line faster than I can turn it.
1 minute 18, and now it's going to kill me by. Oh no! I thought I was going to run into a structure. I can't move now. I can't do anything.
Bring the mouse sensitivity up to 450%. Okay.
Your adventure courtesy of Kruger Intergalactic. Systems active.
Aiming. Flight. Yaw. Let's just crank that up a little bit to 1.5. Okay. Try that. Return. Yeah, it's a little sitting still a little more responsive. Maybe over responsive, we'll see. No, while we're moving, it's not over responsive. Yeah, it is. Can't do that. That's friggin' awful. Let's try that again. Crank that back a little bit.
When you got it all set up, let me know and we'll do it again.
Oh, doing it again anyway.
Is it doing it again in the right track? Kaplan. So we'll jump out of this one. When it comes up, go back to Snaky Pit. Alright, exit to menu.
I'll be back in a sec.
Mm-hmm. Oh, golly.
Back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ready?
You're not using. Oh yeah, maybe use your P72 when you get to the next screen.
Ready. I'm ready for promotion.
Your adventure.
Wow. Wow.
Your adventure, courtesy of
I have
Kruger
no idea where I am. I'm pointing in a completely different direction. That is not. Ah, there's you.
Well,
All right. So,
yeah, I'm in a Peregrine though. I'm not in a.
yeah,
Well, I don't know what happened there. That didn't work, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
just go.
Holy shit! I made those settings adjustments, and It's responsive on this. This is Yeehaw at a level of nappy change.
Is it just?
It is.
You're at nappy changing level, are you?
I am nappy change level. No turning corners. It's just drift. If I if I touch the cornering, oh shit, fuck, fuck.
How does that go again?
Something like that.
With an earth-shattering kaboom!
With an earth-shattering kaboom, yes. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. We too low? Something wrong? Bing ding owl. Okay, I've disappeared. Why have I disappeared? What's it doing? No, I'm turning and blacking out, but not dying. Level, take it. Oh, I've got half a ship. Now this is, we're going to have to suicide. Can't move. There we go.
From the soul.
Yep, no turning corners, it's just drifting.
Yeah.
Nope.
See, and I'm not doing too bad at all on this track at the moment. Famous last words, of course. Although I've done a lot of work on this track in the last few days.
Oh, dearie me, I'm going to have to turn that setting down. It does not, 127. It does not work here. What about if I keep
111.
that setting? I just
Yeah.
drift sideways through the whole track.
I can't turn. Once you finish your laps, that's it.
Your adventure, courtesy of Kruger Intergalactic.
That's better. That's better now. Okay, I've got the feel for this under these conditions. Don't try to turn and drift, just drift. A little bit slower, but somewhat more control. Oh, as I say, control. Control is not an operative word. It's just sit down, shut up, and hang on.
Really just haven't heard that for a while.
Sit down, shut up, and have skin flailed. Well, I'm sort of... there we go. Mac.
Again.
Again. Okay, it's just locked up now.
All right, I'm
Let's
cancelling.
manually get out.
I'm cancelling the next map. All right, there we are. All right, Snake Pit. Do you have a P52 or something like that instead of something that big? Because that's got big wings on it.
No, well, I'd picked a Kruger before, but it didn't.
Okay.
It didn't come up. Yeah, so I'll try that again.
All right.
Unless you want to move on to the next map.
One more of this one.
Mm-hmm. Archimedes.
Archimedes. Deploy. Are you pressing deploy when you?
Courtesy of Kruger Intergalactic.
I was pressing. It's asked me to do X.
Just press
Now it's got
deploy.
one player not ready.
Yeah, press
It's
deploy.
not. I'm pressing deploy.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in the start line, so just let it let it sort itself out, maybe.
Okay.
Forcing start. I'll just let it force the start, boy.
Nope, network error.
That's why. Alright. So we're still together. Classic Race Online, Snake Pit. Select now. You've got a Mustang Gammas. So select your vehicle now. Just see if that. Just scroll down in the left till you get to Kruger. That's it in the middle. Yeah. Ready up. Alright, pick Kruger again. I don't know why you got to do it again, but you might end up with anything if we don't. And deploy.
Your adventure.
Alright, well, I got a Kruger.
Systems active.
Press X when ready.
One player not ready. Games.
And-
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Your
I
adventure
spawned
courtesy of
inside
Kruger
of you.
Intergalactic.
Uh-huh.
Now I don't know where I'm facing. I'm facing to the sky.
Alright, let me just get out the way.
You just go.
Hey, Sonny.
Hello, Aka Waka Woo.
Well, no, nothing. There's no control here. No control.
No
I don't know what the
control.
fuck. Hang on. Just. Why is it not? Or is it lag? Is it just lag?
Mine's working alright so far. So far, so good.
Nah, I got nothing. I got nothing. Why is it doing that? What's the setting that I'm missing?
So just go around, slowly, just for the sake of at least getting
Yeah.
around.
Fuck, frustrating.
Because at least getting around is familiarization.
It's really sluggish to. No, can't turn. Even slow. There is just no turn rate.
Yeah, nothing happening.
No.
mine is working all right.
Someone
I
in
have
here
to
with
say.
us. It is Dink. Hello.
Howdy.
Hey, Dink, how are you, mate? We're just doing some
Good.
training laps of tracks that are giving us the shits. Just in preparation for all the upcoming events that are happening around the place.
Yeah, die, scumbag.
And you guys will look at us and go, ah, low life scum. Look at those piddly times of 5 minutes, 4 minutes when we've been looking at some of, the Sandwich
Yes, they
Lunar
are
with-
times.
Yeah, oh god, I've totally disorientated myself now that I'm talking.
Your adventure.
Yeah, looked at some of those SCR times and thought, holy shit, how do you do that?
Lots of practice.
That's true, yes, yes. Now what's happening in the world of Dirk?
Oh, did that new mission a bit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't done any of those yet.
Yeah, the Southern Cross Alliance people have been, well, Friday night they did a lot of that. And they were going to do some more yesterday, but I spent all my time here just doing laps. So
Uh-huh.
I didn't get to actually complete it yet. Hopefully I'll do that in the next week.
You gotta do some more rolls and pitching there, Wayne.
Yeah, I'm just getting used to this ship. It's not like any of the others that I've got. It just, I've changed a
Wayne,
few
or am I
settings.
watching? Oh, I am watching. I wasn't watching Wayne. My bad.
Yeah,
You're
Wayne's already
watching-
doing roll pitch.
just to let you know, Dirk, Blortorg and I are twin brothers, Stuart and Wayne,
except he's
Oh,
ugly.
shit.
and identical twins. That's why when you listen to us talk, we talk like crap to each other, 'cause we can.
Because he's a fat cunt.
What brothers are for.
And now I can't steer. I'm all locked into ploughing into the dirt.
Your
Yeah,
adventure
that's
courtesy
after you
of
finish the last lap
Yeah.
every time.
Systems active.
Got to say,
Yeah,
there is
Move.
having some control issues here. 1 minute it is flying properly. Next minute it's doing all sorts of funny
No,
things.
Yeah, mine's.
But this
I'm,
track,
I'm experimenting with drifting instead of turning, but drifting is just not a happening thing.
I believe I'm competing against your org mates, Iceman and Chip Flash.
yeah, I haven't flown a lot with all the guys yet. I got to say they've been doing all these other missions and preparing for the Crux Cup and a few other things they're doing. I really do need to pull my finger out and look at some of these up and coming events. But we've just spent 2 months learning the Damo Rally, and we had 2 teams in Lens Nation's racing team, Top Hanger
Nice.
Intergalactic Racing Department. So we had the buggy
Nice.
team and the truck team, and poor old Lens. Well, the buggy team, that was Stuart and I and Mistrust, Dupe and Cloud. Poor old Cloud missed out because of the big ice storm in the United States,
Yeah, that was brutal.
and so he pulled out. But yeah, the poor bugger. He did all right. He survived the storm. His mum, he went and stayed with his mum because she was scared and wanted him to give her some, moral support, I think. But over here in Australia, we're in Melbourne. To hear words like ice storm means nothing to us. We've had rainstorms, windstorms, hailstorms,
Thunderstorms.
yeah, but never heard of an ice storm. So it's something foreign for us. And so we did all right in the buggy division. We finished. That's all we wanted to do. I think overall times, I think we were 11th or 12th or something like that. I haven't looked at the formal positions yet, but we were happy to finish. And poor old Len's got
Not
bombed
bad.
into oblivion within 5 minutes, and the poor bugger learned every inch of that track from start to finish to
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah, spent weeks on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just got annihilated in 5 minutes by a bomber.
Oh, shit. I've gone to
Yeah, no,
go
I
back
didn't.
to menu.
Go back to menu. Right, you want to move on to the next one, or you want to do that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, no. I'm a bit head fucked with that one. I'm going to have to work that one a little bit.
All right, next
My
one.
fingers aren't working for the turns there. I'm going to have to just sit and fiddle with that one.
So the next one is Lorville Outskirts in a Mustang Gamma. What we're doing here, Dirk, is the Enter Atmosphere 2956 event in Sydney. There's a
Oh, you guys are going to be racing in that,
yeah, yeah. We got an
Nice.
invite to do some racing. Lens must have had something to do with the organisation. Gave us a phone call and just said there is a good opportunity, and so somehow or other we got an invite to come along.
I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah. So the commentators and those people, because we don't know each other, the commentators have asked us, like when we're practicing, can we stream it? Can we be in a place where if they're available, they can just drop in and have a chat, talk to us about ourselves, and just get some ammunition for their commentaries. So when we're doing our practice, it's only been Stuart and I so far. I haven't seen the other guys. They're probably doing all their own practices or just recovering from the Demo rally. But we've been here just running laps. No joysticks or anything, just keyboard and mouse for us too. So I don't think we're going to be posting times comparable to anyone on a joystick. But yeah, so
there's a
here.
couple. There's a couple of keyboard mouse guys that are really good, actually.
Yeah, well, Echo's keyboard and mouse. I don't know who else is, but I'm slowly getting the feel for the rolling instead of over rolling or under rolling, and it is a skill. There's no doubt about that. Just getting the muscles moving properly.
Yeah.
Where are we? We've just got
Well,
a
why
list.
am I in Aurora?
Thou art has returned.
Thou art
It's all right.
has.
They're here.
So we've
Thou
got
art has
Lorville Outskirts in a Mustang Gamma.
Mustang Gamma. I'm ready.
You're ready? Mustang Gamma. Let me see. Customizations. What do we got? I got the Stormbringer paint just for the sake of it.
No, you're just trying to be flash.
I'm trying to get all my paints the same colour so it's easy to identify me.
So they're pus paint.
Yes. Alright. Yep. Not all players are ready. Do you want to force launch? I thought you were
Why
ready.
is it doing that? No,
Yeah,
no,
that's alright. You ready? I'll just press the go button.
Yeah, I've just clicked it again.
Yeah.
I'm clicking ready, and you turn your back, and then you look back again, and it's unready. So unless there's something about maybe if we're clicking different things at different times, I don't know. It just seems to be doing it.
It's just that you're a confirmed loser. The big L on your forehead, like Lens.
Fucking camel fucker.
You're just jealous. What am I doing? Mustang Gamma deploy.
Is it tongue or no tongue with the camels?
All
With what?
systems operational.
Tongue or no tongue?
Oh, you got to have tongue. Oh god, I'm too busy pushing buttons to set up bloody engine, guns, shields.
I missed a turn somewhere.
Yeah.
Why have I missed a turn?
You went to the left of the gate. Sorry, to the right of the gate.
Let me try that again.
Through the fists of Robert, as Lens calls them. One player not ready. Forced to start. that. But anyway, all right, don't care. Just keep going.
I haven't seen the freaking gate. I'm back at the start gate. And because we haven't started yet.
Well, I'm started. I'm going.
No, mine says force start, 23 seconds.
Oh,
Game
now
starts
all
at
right,
9.
now it's grabbed me. All right, so
Your
it was
journey
waiting for
begins
something.
now.
Now it's going.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know, it's doing
Again,
doing
you're,
weird shit.
You're off to the right. Yeah, come back onto the track. There you are.
Is that a good time doing Daymore Rally though?
Oh, wonderful. First time. And yes, lots of practice. It sort of obsessed us for 2 months. And we had a strategy. We knew that the GrieferNet people were going to be there. So our strategy was the support ship, the Carrack, go up into orbit, don't come down unless needed. Then we had Dupe in a little Ghost with all of the stealth gear on it, and I was driving up to the Betty, and then Mistrust was driving from Betty to finish. And because Dupe was basically our navigation / close support ship, nobody found us. And as we're driving along, we're seeing everybody with their dirty, great, whopping Hercules and things like that.
Yeah, they're just sitting on the ground, just asking to be fucked over.
Yeah, they were
Yeah, I don't know why teams are
annihilated.
doing that.
And I was just watching bombs explode. I've never seen a bomb explosion before, and I'm just looking at these things going, what the hell is going on? Yeah, no, when the bombs getting dropped, and these people were just exploding mid-air all over the place, and I thought, wow. and we're just driving along with Dupe in his Ghost and me in the buggy, and just watching it all happen, thinking, holy shit, I'm glad that our support ship's not here. Because we too would have had the same issue, and I've just missed the track. Stop spinning, stop spinning, stop spinning, stop spinning. There you go. Good boy. Now, where am I? I've got to get orientated again. There we go. But no, I had a wonderful time. I loved the driving. I had a pre-planned, well, we had our pre-planned program for where we were going to go, and in the first 2 minutes, I got caught up in all the other races and lost my path, and thought, all right, well, I'll just follow everyone else, and recorded the race with OBS while it was happening. And their path, everyone I followed, their path was so much better than where I was going to go, so I thought, ooh, that's good. Next year I'll watch this, I'll start watching the recording, find out where they were all going. And I was just doing follow the leader there for a little while, thinking that I'll pick up my path, but I didn't. I ended up just following everybody, and yeah, they had a wonderful run, much better than what I had planned. So I'm sort of glad that happened. The force was with me. What about you guys? How'd you all go?
Ours went pretty good. We had overall, we had our bikes came in 6th place, our buggies came in 3rd place, and our trucks came in 2nd place. So
Oh, groovy.
we had a pretty good race.
Hey.
Welcome. Your journey
Absolutely
begins
nothing
now.
to
All systems operational.
frown upon there.
No, not at all. The only things was our buggy really should have won, except our server was, especially at the end, way messier than like anyone else's servers were.
Yeah.
So that made things difficult for them. We were like, our buggy was ahead the whole time until the very end, so that was too bad. And then our trucks were going for the 3-peat. They had won the last 2 years in a row, so they were really hoping for a 3-peat. But you take a 2nd place anyways. So 1-1-2 is pretty good
Yeah.
for
Pretty
the last
good,
3
yeah.
years. And then our bikes, this was a first race for most of the guys, me included. I was the support ship and sort of team captain. Ludox had done the rally before. He was the only one that had any experience on our bike team,
Yep.
but he had never finished it before. And then Jelly had never done it before. That was his first time. So that was it was fun for him.
Like you guys have got an all-star
Give it a try.
cast when you rattle off all those names.
Yeah, Herbie was our buggy driver, and then Kelsar was our truck driver.
Oh, how did Herbie go? I haven't had the chance to talk to him yet.
He got third.
Third.
He got third in
good.
buggies. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Lenz has been meaning to talk to him. And they must have been doing some pre-race planning together. I don't know what they were talking about, but I think they were just discussing how to, whatever tactics and strategies that they were
Yeah.
planning on using. And Herbie's given Lenz some tips and ideas. Poor old Lenz, though, I do feel sorry for him. He was so upset.
So much work. Ah, shit.
Yeah, it's a lot. You put a lot of work into it, and it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Daymar Rally. It happens every year. There's a really talented bike team that never even got to the start line that we were excited to compete against. So
Yeah, I was looking at Spectrum at all the comments from people bleating and mooing about the griefers. Look, I don't know what you can do about it. And I think
it wasn't even that bad. I don't know. People were complaining more than I think it was due. I don't think it was that bad, and like I don't know. I thought it was.
I'll
Well-
be back in a sec.
I got to say, they're part of the game. You don't have to like them in real life. There are dickheads out there who want to ruin everybody's lives
Yeah.
in real life.
Absolutely.
And you can do it too in a game. So it's just the way
Absolutely.
it is. So I suppose if you want to do something about it, invent a strategy, counter whatever it is that they're doing.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
not going to go away. Ooh, why did I go kaboom? Maybe I did hit flattening invisible. Anyway, yeah. We're just we've got a list of tracks from Atmo for
Welcome.
this
Your journey begins now.
DA56 event.
All
We're
systems operational.
just doing a couple of laps of each track, just going down the list
Yeah, nice.
and just making sure we've got all the ships. Couple of ships.
Yeah, Jacqueline on our team competed when they did that at last year at CitizenCon, or not last year, but the year before, or whatever.
Okay.
They did their Enter Atmosphere at CitizenCon, and Jacko came second actually.
Very good. I can see that I'll be trailing last for a few races. There are a couple of tracks that sit really well with me, and it just gels. And then there are a couple that I do struggle with. For some reason, hang on, my wifey's. Ooh, yummo! Thank you, my darling. I've got it. Thank you. Yes. Cup of tea delivery.
What tracks are giving you the most trouble?
Just through lack of experience, or lack of track time at the moment. Rickord is one.
Rickard, yeah.
There's just a couple of corners there that I haven't worked out. Corner of gate number 6, where you come out of gate 6 and you're looking directly at a billboard.
Yeah.
And,
So you gotta those ones. What you want to do is start it a lot wider.
yeah.
Don't like try to cut the corner tight from the previous checkpoint. Just come out wider than you think you need to go, so that when you hit that checkpoint, you're coming on it like more straight
more
on
straighter. All right.
versus yeah.
I will
And then you'll
do
be able
that.
to more easily dodge that. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Stuart gets by it all right. He's got it figured out, but yeah, no, I hadn't. So I find that we'll do our little bit of practice together now. We'll run through just every single day. So I live stream it so that Cyberfox, who's one of the commentators, he can get on, and he'll just, because he's in the UK,
Yeah.
he'll just get on when it's convenient for him. The live stream that I do on my YouTube channel, it's not really for entertainment. It's not for anyone to sit there and hang shit on us. It's really there just for him to look at, and it gives him the opportunity to create talking points in his commentary. And
Nice.
so it's there. It's horrible. As Stuart was saying, people are going to look at it and go, God, have a look at these two bozos crashing into gates and talking shit and not really doing anything in particular, but that's what it's for. It's just for him. So
Yeah.
So I've got a whole heap of videos on my YouTube, and while I'm actually, because I'm not a streamer, and I thought, all right, well, how do you do this? Learn how to do a bit of this. Put on some music yesterday, and I've got a whole heap of emails from YouTube going, oh, no, you're not allowed to do that. So I thought, all right, so I won't be putting music on anymore, even though it was supposedly copyright free. But so I'm just experimenting with that. But I'm about to retire. I've got 2 months to go, and then I'll be
Nice.
free to play Star Citizen, and we like Star Citizen and zombies. Both of us like our zombie games. So, I'll be free to play spaceships and zombies for forever until the day I can't do it anymore. And the bloater boy, he's got a few years to go. He's got to pay for his house. So I've been a bit lucky. I've landed myself a dream job just because nobody else wanted it. We work in the railways. Both of us work for the railways in Melbourne.
I just got to disappear for half an hour, boy. So do whatever it is you got to do.
I'll just keep going.
All right, see you later, Dink. I got some business to attend to for a little while.
Oh, you got your shopping arrived.
See you
haven't
later, dude.
I got the shopping just rocked up.
you?
All right, chat
Bye,
later.
boy. All right, so let's go back to record, and I'll have a go at that. That corner. Where are we? Classic race record. What does it tell me? I need to have a gamma. Yabba dabba dabba doo.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't rent in AC right now.
No, yeah, we've discovered that. We've tried to grab a couple of ships. The list of tracks that Atmo have given us has got, there's 9 tracks, and each track has a particular type of ship that they want everybody to use. So there's a couple there that we don't have. Don't have an M50. Don't really quite know what's happened with a couple of ships. I don't have a Peregrine. I never bought one, but somehow or other one has ended up in my inventory. So I'm not really sure what's happened there.
Don't complain about that.
No, I won't. It's got me intrigued though. That where did it come from? But I'm certainly not complaining. What am I looking for? A gamma. We'll do that.
Welcome. Your journey begins now. All systems operational.
Yeah, I've got to almost relearn how to race because I'm doing the Fury LX.
Yep.
For Crux Cup, so it's completely different from anything else I fly.
Yeah, I'm in the Crux Cup as a heavy.
Oh, you're doing the heavy, nice.
Doing the heavy, yeah. Never flown or never raced a heavy ship before. So somehow, I don't think I even applied to be in the heavy class. I think Echo just put me in it. So I thought, all right, that'll do.
We've got a few. We'll see. I know Gia wants to do heavy. He's going to try, but he's trying to figure out his teammate. Most of our racers have already filled out in all the other classes, so we'll see if he can find someone to race with.
How many guys have you got in Sanguis
I mean, as an org as a whole, I mean, there's 100 or so, or 100 something. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
the exact number. But for the racing team, there's probably about a dozen
Okay.
guys. And that doesn't count like support guys or anything. Like if you count support guys, it might be a lot of guys in the org like to do support depending on the race, so it could be up to 20.
I know in Southern Cross Alliance, there's something like 1,600 people, but you only see the same 20 faces every day. The other
Yeah.
guys, whoever they are, wherever they are, I'm assuming eventually when the game is released proper.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's every org's got that, right? Like it's the same 30 or so guys that we'll see. But but also I find that it's deceiving on Discord because not everyone really likes to hop into Discord.
That's
So
true.
we've got quite a few guys that I think play but don't join in Discord ever. So like I know Jelly is playing all the time, but he doesn't really hop in Discord unless it's like a racing specific setup with the guys or something, right?
Yeah, we've got our 20 people. They normally sit in chat in Discord in different channels doing whatever it is that they do. But they're mostly
Yeah.
the racing people. They follow along with Anzia and what Echo's planning and doing. And
He's
just
always
the-
got something planned.
Oh God, it never stops. I don't know where she gets not only the time and the energy, but it's all that back end stuff, all the programming for the interfaces
Yeah.
and the little videos and stuff like that. And I think, my God, I wake up in the morning, I go to work, I come home, I have tea, I walk the dogs, I've got to have some family time.
Yeah.
And I just think, where does Echo, normal human, you may not be married, you may not have kids, but there's still things that you got to do.
Yep.
Where do they get all the time to do this stuff? And I'm afraid that's not me. Although I've been putting in an effort lately, because of the Daymar rally, we were practicing every waking moment. My wife was saying, "When's it gonna end?" But she's really good. She knows I love this game. She knows that there's been events and things on that we've been training for. So she's looking after me, delivering sandwiches and cups of tea and things. I'm out in the garage. That's where my computer's set up.
Oh, that's a nice setup. I wouldn't mind that.
I got the man cave set up going on, except it's
Nice.
I've got my son out here with me, Hamish. He's a Warhammer model madman. So the whole
That's
garage
cool.
is full of plastic crack, as everybody calls it. There's just models everywhere. So him and I just sit out here. The doggies are out here with us. They live in the garage too.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we're so everybody but the wife and Sono number 2. Son number 2, Ewan's a rugby man. He's forever at the gym or playing rugby.
Yeah.
So that's
No
his-
AFL, eh? Rugby instead of AFL?
No, he's not into the AFL. No, the wife is Michelle.
No kidding.
Michelle.
I thought
absolutely
AFL was
is.
more popular than
It is.
rugby
It is
was
a lot
in-
more popular here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
That was where it was born.
Oh, no kidding. That's cool.
But AFL is only a sport for Melbourne, really. It's moved around the country now, where rugby had always been New South Wales and Queensland, the
Yeah.
two states north of Victoria, where I am in Melbourne. But they have always had rugby, and down in Victoria we had VFL, it used to be called, Victorian Football League. And
Oh, yeah.
then they started to go national,
Yeah.
and so then they've created all these teams all around the country. It's popular in some places, not so popular in others. Here in Melbourne, they're mad for it, and I don't know why. It just never hit with me. But anyway,
Huh.
I'm a cricket player. If you guys probably don't
Oh,
do
yeah.
a lot of cricket over there, but I like my cricket.
No, I mean, no, we don't. I know cricket, but I've never played it.
Yeah, as close to baseball, I suppose, as you can get.
Oh, I know the rules. Don't get me wrong. I've watched plenty of cricket.
Yeah, well, that's my game. But as I'm getting older, I'm finding, well, as you move into different stages of life, you've got different responsibilities, and it just
Yeah.
takes so long to play. Like it's an all-day event, and they've
Yeah.
tried to speed it up by creating all these limited overs and limited times and things like that. But down in the suburban level of playing it, it's a whole day, and I just
Yep.
don't have that time. So I love it. I watch it. I just don't participate. But I take the doggies for a walk around the local grounds in the summertime. It's a summer sport, and
Yeah.
when they are playing, yeah, we just sit there and just watch the guys. Very, very popular with the local Pakistani guys. They just
Oh
get
yeah,
out
no
on
kidding.
on the ovals, you know, all year round, even when it's raining and wind is howling
Yeah,
in
no
the
kidding.
middle of winter. You see the 20 or so Pakistani people that live in our suburb. They're always there.
Yeah.
They're obsessed by it.
Oh yeah.
You know.
For Pakistan, it's a huge sport.
Oh yeah. Oh, they
Big
love it.
rivalry with India.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's one of those. It's one of those sports. I wish there was a like basketball. Well and truly, well, there. Basketball, you know, 30 minutes sort of thing per half. You can get in.
Yeah,
get
it'd
out.
make it a lot better.
Yeah, I've got to slow down here and reorientate myself.
My sport of choice is hockey, so
Ah, okay, yeah.
yeah.
They did have a couple of exhibition hockey matches here in Melbourne. America
They
versus
did do that
Canada.
this year. Yeah.
And we went to those, and yeah, we're all sitting there hooting and roaring, and no idea what was going on. But it was a.
You know,
it
there's
was a-
one Aussie NHL player. There's one Aussie that plays in the NHL. Name's Nathan Walker.
Okay, yeah. How's he
Yeah.
go? Is he
Yeah,
relatively good?
he's
at
like
it?
not really.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't say that. He's playing in the NHL, so he's incredible at the sport. Like
Yeah.
far better than I or anyone I know has ever been or ever will be. But he's like a fringe NHLer. Like he's a guy that can get scratched sometimes, like a healthy scratch or.
I know
but,
that we've got some, like even in American football and hockey and all these other sports around the world, we've got some Aussie representatives in them, and I really don't know how some of these guys got into the teams, because surely there must be people from the country of origin whose these sports are that would far shit on Aussies. We're just having a crack sort of thing, but somehow or other our names are being included in the
Just-
teams.
just about being athletic, really, right? Like.
You know, we don't have access to all those sports over here. I know that there are NFL teams out here. There are all sorts of sports available to people, but they're just not popular. You don't even hear about them.
No.
If you look for them, I'm sure you'll find them.
I think ice hockey would be very popular in Australia if it caught on a little bit. It's like they say. I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
Hang on, I got to get my head around that. You went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the way that they portrayed it over here. Actually, the crowd. It was really weird to go to a game when the Canadians and the Americans were here, and it was quiet. Everybody's sitting in this. We got some big stadiums here, and
Yeah.
everyone's sitting there, and there's thousands of people, and we're all just dead silent. We're all looking at it, going, "What the hell is going on?" And then all of a sudden, obviously the hockey people have said we got to get the crowd going. We got to do something. So someone rips their gloves off and starts punching on, and of course we understand that, and the crowd.
Everyone
starts
understands that one.
cheering. So then all of a sudden they finish the fight. They get back to playing hockey again. The crowd goes silent. Back to what the hell's going on? Next minute, gloves are off and the fighting starts. Yeah, there we go. Good on you, man. You know. So, yes, that was their little thing. But we don't have ice out here. You know, like people don't naturally ice skate and just go out for a skate around on a local frozen lake or anything. We just don't have it. We've got our 3 or 4 mountains where there's a little bit of snow every year that you just get enough for someone to do a bit of skiing. But we don't have those really cold winters.
Well, the Aussies and the and Kiwis come to Canada during your summertime and work on our ski hills during our wintertime.
Yeah.
Most of the ski hill is it's all Aussies and Kiwis.
Ah, okay. I wouldn't have thought the Kiwis would give a shit. Actually, there's. Yeah.
Oh, they love skiing and snowboarding. Yeah.
Like they're a little bit colder than us. They're down a little bit south. The South Island is well below Melbourne and Tasmania.
And they've got some ski hills there too.
Yeah, they've got a few ski places, but nothing like, you know, when you hear about people talking about the ski areas that the Americans and the Canadians and the Europeans.
Yeah.
We got nothing like that. We're just a piss farty little backwater shithole with a few places that interest the world because we're out of the way. And it's actually a lot of the tourist attractions that we've got now are being ruined because they were very touristy at one place, but now they've made them all sacred sites for the Aboriginals and whatever, that the tourists can't go there anymore.
Yeah.
So places like Ayers Rock in the middle of Australia, now called Uluru. Back in the good old days, when I did my touring around Australia, you could actually go there and walk on it and, really have a wonderful experience.
Can't do that now, eh?
No, you can't do that now. The whole place is now cordoned off as a sacred site, and they extort huge amounts of money out of people to stay at the resorts and places that are there. But still, you're not allowed to go near the rock. You can look at it from a distance.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to set foot on it or anything like that. So, it's a shame to go all that way.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then look at it from a distance and go, yep, there it is, all right, let's go, see you later.
All right, cool.
Yeah, there it is, I saw it, right, yeah. And a lot of the tourist places, a lot of the tourist places are becoming very much like that over here now. So they are, it must be a disappointment when you come from all over the world to see these things and you get here and go, is that it? Oh, all right. See ya.
Okay.
Well, the wife and I are planning to do I've never been overseas. I've lived in Melbourne all my life, never been anywhere except for Australia. I've travelled Australia multiple times. And we do want to do a bit of a world trip, probably next year when we've settled into retirement mode. I'd like to go to the States. I'm not interested in cities, but I'd love to look at the museums and go and see a spaceship launch and things like that.
You got to do a lot in Canada then.
And you're Canadian, are you?
Yeah.
Ah, you're Canadian. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Canada's not really sure of what we would do in Canada. I've not looked at it, but we'd love to go on one of those cruises up through all of the northern
on the west coast.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool there. I mean, if you want, I know I could give you ideas. There's anything in the west coast on the island out by the ocean is pretty cool, but it might not be as crazy for you being from Australia. The Rockies, all around the Rockies is really awesome. Banff, Jasper. If you go northern Alberta, there's one of the best, or considered the best dinosaur museums in the world.
That'll be good. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Lizards.
Yeah.
So all those
that's
things
cool.
we've got to discover all these things. Yeah. she's been to Europe when she was young,
Yeah.
and I think she wants to go back there and relive the old memories. And I'm sort of tagging along, really. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about where you would go and what you would see, other than they've got a very, very old historical sort of thing.
Yeah, you'd want to go to, yeah, I mean, Montreal, going to Montreal and seeing like the old town there and stuff, because that's like old European kind of town, but I guess far more modern than anything in Europe. But
Yeah.
it's the way it's built and everything's pretty cool. You can see the old forts and stuff.
Yeah. So whereabouts are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Around the Vancouver area, which is like west coast of Canada.
Yep. Vancouver. That's the southern. Is that
Yeah, I
sort
mean
of towards the
everywhere
borders?
to be. If you, yeah, it's right near the border. But if you ask 90% of the Canadian population lives within an hour of the border, the southern border.
Right.
Yeah.
So, really, all that northern area, it's very unpopulated. Then I take it just a bit
Oh, yeah.
extreme. So it's like Central
Very
Australia.
empty.
There's really everybody in Australia lives in Melbourne, Sydney, or Brisbane on the east coast.
Yeah, so the outback is essentially what all of northern Canada is.
Yeah,
It's,
just
I mean, it's a little bit different, like a little bit more sort of variety there than you'd get in the outback, but
Yeah.
yeah,
well, the
not
outback
much
of,
different.
of Australia it's wonderful for a day. I got to say, those people who come
I'm
here
sure, yeah.
and they expect to because it's a big place. You can drive from east coast to west coast on there's a road that goes basically from Melbourne to Adelaide to Perth, and it's called
That's cool.
the Nullarbor Plain. It's about 3,500 kilometres.
I just go straight through the outback.
Yeah, and even though it's across the bottom of Australia, it's as dry as anything. You can go to the outback, you can go right up into central Australia, and there is nothing. There's a couple of little touristy places that everybody wants to go and see, but you drive for days and days and days, and it is the same thing endlessly. And
Yeah, no kidding.
once you've had a day of it, it's flat and dry and dusty, and there is nothing else to look at once you've seen those two or three things. Then it's just when is this ending? When is it over? When do we get
You
back
go to that, what's that town that they live in the rock or whatever. You go check that out and you're like, all right, seen everything.
That's Cooper Pedy.
Yeah, that's right.
They live underground.
Yeah.
It's bloody hot. That's an opal mining town. It's actually really good there. It's really strange. You can drive past and miss it, but there are some shops and things above ground, but it looks like the moon. It's just full of holes, and as you're driving towards it, you're just seeing what looks like craters, but they're actually mining holes. And they just dig a hole, they don't fill them in, they don't cover them. When they're finished with them, they just leave them there and move on. But when you see some of the opals, like opals are a beautiful stone, and you see the opals and they're pulling out shells and fossilised fish and things like that, you think, oh crikey, what's going on here? What are all these shells and fish? So it's obviously was all underwater at some stage.
Oh yeah.
And you just stand there and it's just dirt and sand, and you just stand there and think, all right, well, I'm on the bottom of the sea here, whenever that was. And you head a little bit further north and from Cooper Pedy, and you end up going up past Ayers Rock eventually, and into Alice Springs, and then just north of Alice Springs you've got a town called Tennant Creek, and out there is a whole range. You just look across and you think they're mountain ranges, but they're fossilised coral reefs. And if you don't know they're there, then you just look and go, there's a mountain over there, out in the middle of nowhere. It looks strange, and you just think, okay, let's go for a look. And when you drive out to it, the rock is different. If you like geology and things like that, you just look at this stuff and it's very porous. and it looks like that volcanic rock that's full of holes, you know, where the gas bubbles just
Yeah.
percolate out. And it looks like that, but it's all white. And it's so sharp. You tear yourself to bits climbing it because of how sharp it is. And just fossilised coral. So that whole Central Australia is, you know, if you can just imagine it millions of years ago, so different to what it is today. And then Canada, you know, and the United States, because I like geology. I just do imagine how the world's changed over years. And you got that dirty great meteor that's supposed to have hit the Yucatan Peninsula and wiped out the dinosaurs, and I wonder
Right. Yeah.
you know, what the crater would look like if you didn't have the Gulf of Mexico there hiding it all. Yeah, so there you go.
That's crazy.
Some of my little things that I just love. I like the science stuff.
And my wife's really into geology, so she's always
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
we'll go on a hike. She'll be like, oh yeah, these rocks, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't know anything what you're talking about, but cool.
Yeah. See, as I've been talking to you, my mind is zoned out, and I'm amazed I haven't crashed. Now that I've said that, it's going to happen for sure. I've jinxed myself.
Good practice though.
Yeah,
I always end up chatting when I'm practicing too. I don't know. I find some people don't like it. Like there's a few guys on the team that they're like, everyone shut up, don't talk to me, I'm practicing.
okay.
And then and other people they prefer it a little because it's like good to have the distraction. It's good practice for, you know.
Yeah. Well,
do something.
I'm one of those. I find the distraction stops. I don't know if it stops me from making mistakes, but I think it stops me from overreacting to corners. But
Yeah.
you know, as I've been talking to you, I haven't crashed yet. So we'll see. Well, over here it's early in the morning. Just woken up. Not just woken up. I've probably been here for an hour and a half now. But I've got a few things to do today. I thought I'll get my practice in the morning. Go and walk the doggies. I've got 2 Turkish Kangals, and they're a big dog. They're a guardian dog.
Yeah.
And they do need their workout, so they'll keep me occupied for the afternoon. I'll walk them, and then come back a little bit later for a bit more practice, and over the course of the day. Where am I? I've got to go that way. Over the course of the day, and then hopefully sometime during today I'll do a couple of these aid missions that everyone seems to be running at the moment, and get some of the earned goodies in Star Citizen. I can't think of what they call them now, but I think I can hear Janine in the background, Stuart's wife. Hi Neen, if you can hear me. Yeah, they were having their groceries delivered. Big thing here in Australia now since COVID. People, instead of going to the shopping centres, just call up our local grocers, tell them what
Yeah.
you want, and they get their groceries delivered. I did try that. It was good for a time, but we were getting things delivered that if you were in the shops and you had to pick the fruit and the veggies yourself, you wouldn't have picked those.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah. I
at
know what you're saying.
the mercy of other people to choose your things. And
Yeah. I try to use it for, like I will use it, but usually I try to use it for like, the type of stuff, not like those fruits and veggies that you get worried about, right? But it's nice and convenient, that's for sure.
It is, yeah, it is convenient. Yeah, if you do have a busy lifestyle and you don't quite have the time, and you can make it all happen instead of stressing about, oh shit, I've got to go shopping. Oh shit, I've got to do
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
It can just all happen for you. You don't have to do it every time. But I know the
Yeah.
service is there. But I like shopping. I like going out with Michelle.
That's fair.
We have our lunch and a cup of tea, and and just make an outing of it. Otherwise,
Yeah, that's
otherwise
nice.
you're stuck at home all the time.
My grandfather used to always, the like rule of thumb that he used to always give me was he would only pay for a service if he figured that it would cost less for him to pay someone to do it than it would be for him to say like learn it and do it. That like if how do I put it? If it was gonna take him like 3 hours to do it, and then he makes, I think it was like at the time he was doing like 60 an hour for the work he was doing, so that's $180. If it was going to cost less than $180, then he'd just pay for someone else to do it.
Yeah.
That's been a rule of thumb I've stuck with. So when it only costs like, I don't know, less than $15, $20 to pay someone to deliver the groceries, at that
Yeah.
point it's like, well, I'll just go work an extra half hour at work and I'll pay for it.
Actually, that's something that I discovered a little while ago too. I was always a do-it-yourself man at home.
Yeah.
Painting, home repairs, car repairs, all of that stuff. When I was younger, because I, wasn't earning money.
Trying to save money.
And as I got older and as we paid off the mortgage, and you get a little bit harder to bend and twist, and you wake up in the morning a little bit stiffer. And now when there's work to do, I just look at what needs to be done. You think, all right, if it's a little job, I'll do it. But if it's a big job and I've got to get up on ladders all day, my feet get sore now, you think, bugger that. Pay some other poor bastard to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And there will always be a willing participant who needs to pay their mortgage. So you go, buddy, come and paint my house. I can do it,
Yeah,
but I would rather somebody else. So yes, I know exactly what that is like. And now I'm 60. It's I do find I've got one flat foot. Stuart and I both work in the railways. I was what they call a signal maintenance technician. Anything to do with railway signalling, control systems, train control computers, all the signal box maintenance. That was our trade. And Stuart, it's the train maintenance. He actually he repairs all the trains and things. So we're similar jobs, very technical, but I found walking on the tracks, 40 years of walking on railway tracks has given me sore knees. For Stuart, it's sore hips. So I moved off into the office in the control room environment. So I'm the supervisor of maintenance of our Melbourne Train Control Centre. And Stuart's, well, he's still working on the tracks. I don't know why he won't move into an office, but he's sore and wobbly like the rest of us railway workers. But yeah, I've loved my job. It was something different, not something that was advertised. You apply for a job in the railways. I applied to be a tradesman, an electrical fitter, which was motors, alternators, all electrical machinery maintenance. And there was a heap of blokes apply for a job, and 10 of us got a tap on the shoulder just as we started work. Just get this tap on the shoulder. You and you. Come with us. And you just think, well, we've done something wrong. What's going on?
I'm fired. Oh, shit.
Yeah, and they took us away and said, rightio, we have an offer. You guys, would you like to become signal maintenance technicians? And of course you go, what is that? Well, let's go and have a tour. So they took us for a tour, and I just thought, holy shit. Level crossings, points, train detection, signals, anything to do with all of that control stuff. And
Yeah.
it was all very computerised, or becoming computerised at the time. And I thought, wow, I like this. So I've stuck with that all my life. And it's all about to end. I've got 2 months to go. Retire, and then hit the almighty magic delete button on the side of my head, and my entire working life will be gone.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm an electrician, so I'm familiar
Very good.
with what you're doing.
Yeah, so when you drive past boom gates and stuff like that, just
Yeah.
know that that's what I used to do. All the maintenance, you'll see the guys climbing all over them, attending to the lights, the bells, all the focusing of the lights, fixing the arms when cars run through them. Trucks, mate,
Oh, yeah.
more. The truckies pull up to a stop and the boom arms come down between the truck cabin and the actual load. And when they drive off, they just take the arm for a drive with them. So I did a lot of that stuff. But now it's all computerised. I think my trade is just about finished now. It's becoming very networked and engineering based sort of stuff. All black box, push button, reset computers.
Right.
Yeah, all of the hands-on stuff other than the machinery out on the tracks. The interlocking, as we call them. The stuff that stops trains from colliding. It's all very computer based now. We've got lots of Dell servers in our equipment rooms, but I'm wondering how long it'll be before they just go to cloud-based equipment.
Yeah, and they'll just be done with it.
Yeah, then the companies won't have to deal with this enterprise-grade stuff that they change. You know, every 5 years they just go through their equipment rooms and just rip out all the servers, and Dell and HP just say, no, don't support that anymore, you got to upgrade. So they throw away all this wonderful equipment just in the rubbish bin. So we're like bloody buzzards. We just hang around all the rubbish bins waiting for all the good stuff to go in, and then we all scavenge it to bring home. I got a shit ton of stuff sitting here at home waiting for me to play with, but I don't really have a use for it. It's just here waiting for someone to plug it in, turn it on, and have a fiddle. Is that you, bloater boy? Yeah, it is him. I'm too scared to go off to sca.gg and look at your guys' lap times for these tracks.
I mean, I doubt there's any current ones that are being posted. What track are you doing, though?
Record.
Record? Yeah, I mean, so I would just use the website leaderboard. So, like, the top times are, like, minute 30 laps. I was doing minute 40, minute 39 laps in the Fury LX. So, like, I think the very best will be, like, a minute 25 at Rickard Memorial. But you're in a Gamma, so you can expect that you're going to be a lot slower, especially with the way the boost regen works on that one. You actually want to switch to, when you run out of boost in that ship, I don't know, I haven't tested this myself, but the person who's running the Mustang Gamma told me that, which is Gerbo the Gnome, he said that the best way to deal with it is to actually run out of boost.
Yep.
And then switch to SCM mode.
Yep.
To recharge the boost, and then switch back to nav mode to race again. Because the boost recharge is super slow in nav mode right now. It's broken and bugged.
I think using the keyboard, flying fingers around the keyboard if I try doing things, I'm going to hit the wrong buttons and completely bugger myself up. I do need a joystick. I've been looking at these Virpil things for a little while now. I haven't done it. Haven't pulled the trigger on them.
Sticks.
I have.
Sticks.
Yeah, I do have an old Thrustmaster Cougar set up, but
Yeah.
I replaced the movable potentiometers in the actual joystick itself for a force feedback thing, so it doesn't move. You just touch it, and it registers
That's
the
nice.
force. So that's good, but it's the throttle. The actual potentiometers in the throttle now are just buggered and they're noisy. And
They always used they used some shitty sensors on a lot of those cheaper sticks.
Yeah.
Or older ones. You could usually swap them out for Hall effect sensors if you want to.
I've been thinking of doing that, getting the Hall effect sensors. Yeah. But then I thought, well, that'll be a project for a rainy day. I think I'll just buy a complete set of new Virpils eventually. Because I can. I'm I'm just lucky I've got a good, I don't know what you guys call it, but superannuation. When you save all your life and money gets put away, it's compulsory over here that money gets taken out of your pay and it's put away for your retirement. The idea is to keep you off of government pensions.
Right.
So I've stashed, well, luckily with Michelle, she's good with money. She stashed away a shit ton for us. So I'm thinking I'll buy a few things when I retire. I'll buy a few things and get myself set up for my retirement life of gaming,
Yeah.
killing zombies and flying spaceships.
Yeah, we don't have, so none of it's compulsory, but what we do have is CPP, which is the Canadian Pension Plan, which everyone pays into.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes when I hit retirement age. I might be okay by then, but there's concerns about, like, when, say, my mom who's entering into retirement age right now. There's concerns about whether it's going to survive for her retirement because there's not as many young people working, which is usually what's kept the CPP afloat. Mind you, it's like a several $billion, if not $trillion fund, so I'm not too concerned. But it's a pretty small amount you get out of CPP. It's definitely not enough to live on unless you were to completely own a home and you lived really dirt cheap. Then it would be enough. But otherwise, you know, we have a few different savings plans stuff. Like it's called an RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan. It's basically like a tax-free place you can store money tax-free. So that's what most people put some money to that. They've got things like TFSAs and we got stuff, but nothing compulsory, not like that.
Yeah, no, ours is compulsory. It came in the 80s, just when I started work.
Oh, yeah.
They
Okay.
always had these retirement plans. We call it superannuation. They've always had it over here, but they weren't compulsory. So some people had them and some people didn't. And there's even other ones where they call them self-managed super funds, but they've got so many rules. Because you get tax incentives, we're very high taxed over here.
Yeah.
I'm taxed at 49%. And depending on how much money you earn, there's different grades of taxation. But I'm in the top rate of tax. And if you put money into superannuation, you can bring it down to 15%. So, of course, you know, if you've got some money to put away, of course you're going to stash it away in the tax incentive places, but the government copped onto it. Now, I'm lucky because I'm older and we have things called grandfathering. Once your name is on the lists and you've got, you know, your contracts are all sorted out with all these companies, they can't change them on you. So you get to keep all those old initiatives, but all the young people coming in, they're not allowed to enter into the same contracts as what you've got. So they get very, very poor deals. So I'm just one of the lucky ones. Got in at the right time, and I'm going to get the wonderful benefits from it. But I look at my sons. They're 24 and 26, and like, school doesn't tell them anything about it. School mentions nothing for them about, you know, do this, do that.
Same thing here.
And so it's up to the parents, and I understand school can't tell you everything, but so I knew about it. So I got my boys onto it when they were 12 and 13. So they got some money in it now. We've been putting money away for them. So that, because it is one of those things, as you say, if you go by the normal regulated system, you'll never have enough. It's not designed for you to have enough.
No.
So,
No, I think right now you only get like $600 a month from CPP. I mean, that, and don't get me wrong,
and it helps.
that's a really great little help. It's helpful, right? And if you also saved your own money on top of that, then it is really good. But if you didn't do a great job of doing both, then it's not nearly enough if you're just relying on that.
Yeah, but see, like, it makes me feel good. Like blokes like yourself, you're young, you got your trade, and you talk about it. You don't. A lot of young people don't talk about it because it's so far away. They don't realise when you're young, that's the time when it actually grows. That's the time when you.
That's the most important. Yeah.
When you've got to give it years and years of growing in the background, and you only have to contribute a little bit. You don't have to put a lot in, but it's compound. Well, over here it's compound interest. So
Yep.
you just got to get it to the point where it begins to work for itself. You don't have to contribute tons. You just got to put it in from the start, little by little, and you get 10 years down the track, and it starts to actually do stuff
And
for
you're
you.
like, oh, holy shit, there's a lot of money in there now.
And you start to look at it. Yeah. So when you talk about it, you know the names of it. Like, I am a very big believer in it. A lot of people don't. They just say it's money for when you're dead. But the day will come.
Well,
when
and I mean, there's money you get now. That's the other thing that I think people don't understand. Like, at least in Canada, you get big tax breaks. So, like, I'm taxed at the top end. We have a progressive tax system. I don't know how yours works, but
same
basically
as,
you get like
same as yours, progressive.
yeah. So my highest tax rate is 35% on my income,
Yep.
and so when I am putting the money into these savings plans, I'm just reminding myself all the time that like. I'm get 35% of that. It's coming right back in my pocket. You could never invest that much. Like, there's no possible way to invest the money better because no matter what you put in, you're not going to get 35% out of an investment in a year. It's not in a normal market. Maybe right now.
No, true.
But yeah, so it's like it's just free money. It's like I don't know.
There
When you're taxed high enough, especially, it's like it's just free money.
Yeah, we've got that tiered tax system up to 20 grand. I think it's all tax free. So
Yeah, I
whatever
think
you
ours is like
earn, you get to
25K or
keep.
something.
Then
Yeah.
between 20 and 30, the numbers are completely wrong, but it's something like that. Then you go to, maybe 15%. Then from 30 to 40, it's something or other else. But then you hit 180,000. Once you hit 180,000, the whole world turns upside down on you, and you begin to not only pay more taxes, but we've got what we call Medicare over here, which is our universal health fund.
Yeah.
And everybody has to pay a Medicare levy, which allows even poor people, even the homeless, doesn't matter. And it's wonderful. A lot of people don't believe in it, but it is one of those systems where it does not matter who gets crook, you can go and get yourself sorted out. And
Yeah, it's better than people going into generational debt just because they broke an arm
That's
because they're
it,
trying to give
you
birth
know.
to a child. It's like,
I've seen so many YouTube videos about people in the States saying things like, do you want to call an ambulance, where they've had car crash.
yeah, and then
I
they
like
say no.
watching-
You're
they
like,
say
what
no,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, and I just
That's
think, how could you
crazy.
do that? But yeah, they're worried about the bill. Over here, you don't
Yeah.
have to worry. But everybody has to pay, and depending on what your income is, you pay a higher percentage. So it's 2.5% of your income. It just gets thrown onto your tax bill every financial year when you do your income tax. They just say, rightio, you're earning this amount of money, so you're in these tax brackets, and on top of that, you'll get the 2.5% Medicare levy, and you'll get this, and you'll have all these other charges that go on top. But when you hit 180 grand, then it all doubles. Then it begins to hurt, and then you hit 240, I think. Once you start hitting those higher levels, there's other taxes that come into it on your superannuation, and things just accumulate. And once you hit the 300 marks, bang, bounced off the structure. Then you hit the 300 marks, and more and more and more. So the higher you earn, the more of these little hidden gotchas are there, and a lot of people look at it and go, why would I ever want to get those jobs? But it's only tax, it's only a percentage of what you earn. So you still get some of the benefit.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I don't believe in that. The idea that like I'm making more money, so I'm getting taxed more. So why would I bother making more money? It's like I'm still making more money. It's not like they're not taking it all.
That's it.
And
yeah.
like And besides that, the points when it's like when it hits like a 50% plus tax rate, at least in Canada, I don't know how much it is for you guys, but by the time you're making 50% or paying 50% plus, it's like you're already making 250K a year out here. So it's like you're making plenty of money, and I'm not too worried about
That's it.
those people. So
So as an electrician, like we got different grades over here. We have A grade, B grade, industrial
Right.
electricians, domestic, commercial, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have anything like that, or are you just a general?
so there's construction electrician and industrial electrician in training, but in practice, it kind of results in pretty much the same thing, except that when you are going for what's called at least in my area, an FSR or your master's ticket, there's an FSR-A and FSR-B, which are kind of the two main ones. An FSR-B is rated to work on any electrical installation that is up to 1,000 volts.
Yep.
Anything under 1,000 volts, and you need an FSR-A to sign off on any work for over 1,000 volts. I could still go work on something that was over 1,000 volts as someone who doesn't have an FSR-A, but I would need an FSR-A signing off and approving it.
So
Like they need to get the permits and everything like that.
yeah, we've got general electrician, which is anything up to 240 volts. 240 volts for us is like a protected species. And
That's interesting. Yeah, 240 volts would be. I work on 240 all the time, and being blocked at 240 would limit my work a lot because we do 347 600 quite a bit, three-phase 347 600 volt installations.
347's not anything I've heard of here. We do have 600 on some rail lines.
Yeah,
But
it's just it's just I think it's because of on a Y. Like a delta to Y transformer number. It's just on the Y axis of a three-phase. It's just because 347 is what you would get between neutral to phase, and then 600 is what you get between phases.
Yeah.
So that's why you end up with 347. So even though those 600 volt installs that you have, you could probably pull 347 off of it if someone were to go from the center tap of the transformer to the leg, to the phase.
yeah, we've got in the railways at least. There's 240 volt just general power, and that's all around Australia. 240 volt, just commercial, domestic.
Yeah.
Most of the heavy. Oh, my game is sort of locked up here. What's happened?
Yeah, the U.S. does 480 where we do 600, which is a little interesting. But the higher voltage is nicer, especially you're getting to such high voltage or high enough voltage that it reaches a point where I think it's negligible safety difference between 480 volt and 600 volt. But the energy savings is much higher because with 600 volt you can use much smaller cable for connections because the current will be lower for more power output. So.
What was the other one that we use? 2200. We've got a fair bit of 2200 volt gear.
Oh yeah, that'll be the incoming power from the.
Yeah, so I was
supplier,
rated.
Yeah.
Well, I was rated to 2200, but my chances of playing with it was just so small. What we really had our licenses for was just really emergency switching when things were going wrong.
Yeah.
We'd call up what we call Electrol, our electrical control centre in railways, to say, rightio, Wayne Carson, here I am at this location, blah blah blah, license number, yada yada yada. There's, we need to do some work on some equipment, and we need to switch it all off.
Yeah.
And they just write out all of our electrical access permits, repeat everything back, and all we would normally do as maintainers was just flick the switch.
Yeah.
Just turn it off, and then we've put our earths and shorts on, do all of that stuff, and then at the end of our work we just turn it back on. But then they had the special
put
guys,
on the bomb suit.
Yeah, the special guys. If there was actually cable faults, and we got a lot of cable faults recently, because people are stealing the high voltage cables, thinking that they're full of copper. But there's almost nothing inside them when you cut them in half. They're so small. They've got a lot of armoured shielding on them, steel braided shielding. but the core had nothing in it. So they were cutting these cables, and you just think, my God, do they know what they're actually doing? Nah. The cable thieves were just coming along with bolt cutters and just cutting into these things, and yeah, a couple of them blew themselves up, and it's unfortunate, but you know, you just think, holy shit, they did all that risk, and they got nothing. The ones that got away would have come away with these cables with absolutely no copper in them at all, just a little strand up the middle.
Crazy, just crazy.
The railway lines have got really heavy bonding cables. I don't know if you've had any experience on rail, but overhead and all of those very heavy amperage bonding cables we use for the train traction stuff is where the money was for these guys, and they knew just enough about just removing 90% of the copper cables and all the bonding stuff, but just leave a little bit behind in the night times when there were no trains running, and they'd cut away 90% of the cables, leave a couple of cables there so that there was no actual alarms or anything.
Oh, of course.
And then in the morning when the trains start to run, everything started to fail because the current carrying capacities were all gone.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
You know, so they had it worked out, these blokes. So I don't know whether they were, you know, they would have been ex-electrical guys to know the theory. But they're working.
Yeah, I just met a guy that told them what to do. Yeah, anything like that. Yeah.
But working
Crazy.
around 2200 volts with a pair of cable cutters is nasty stuff.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, I better get out of here, but I'll jump around sometime.
Yeah, Dick, it's been a
Fly with you
pleasure.
guys.
Me doing all the talking because I'm rambling while I'm flying.
No,
That's
you're
just
good,
what
man.
I do.
You're good. Oh, if you need someone to talk to, I see there's someone in Anzia Racing now too. I think they're probably doing some.
They'll be doing
Arena
their
Commander.
Crux Cup practice maybe. I probably should be there, but I do need to do this inter-atmosphere thing as well. I'm overcommitted, mate. Yeah. But thanks for the chat, Dick. It's been good to talk to you.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right, well, we'll see you out and about. And, have a good day.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
There, boy.
Boy.
I'm so. Oh, what? Dunk.
Dunk.
He's gone.
Yeah, Dunk. He's only just left. He's gone off to do whatever he's going to do. Had a good chat with him.
Okay.
He had to put up with me rabbiting on about superannuation and all sorts of things.
Okay, they would have similar systems in Canada,
They
I'm
do.
sure.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Now, while I'm thinking of it, in amongst all the shit that Ma gave us to take home yesterday, you got Pa's hat. Well, I've got a couple of pins and badges here. So if you've got the hat, I'll give you the badges. You can put them on the hat or do whatever the fuck it is you want to do with it.
Yeah, well, I've got my little...
Otherwise, there's stuff that's just floating around from one end of the world to the other. So you might as well just keep it all together.
Yeah, put it on. I'll put it on. I've got my little shrine here above my desk of all those little family heirloomy things. I've got some Pa stuff. I've got Grandma's old cattle. I've got a half a dozen things like that, and I can put Pa's Air Force hat here if you got some.
His Air Force hat, and there's a couple of little like lapel pins and stuff. There's a ring. There's a pin. What else is in there? No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's it's a lodge ring, a mason's ring. There's a silver ring here. It's just got nothing specific on it, but it's a ring. Just looking. There's no engraving. It's just a silver ring. Yeah. Does it fit? Let's see.
So it doesn't have a symbol on it or anything like that?
No. I wonder if it had anything to do with his mother. It's a silver ring. It's got a small one diamond in it.
You never know. It might have been his grandpa's or something other like that. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I might have to take it and ask him what that is. Anyway, there's an Air Force pin and there's a Mason's ring.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
goat fuckers ring.
I'll just put it on the collection, boy. I've got to sort out my little shelf here. I've got
The
an
Air
old.
Force pin's got no stick in it. Okay, that doesn't matter. It can be glued to something, I suppose.
It was good talking to Dirk about this track because he gave me some ideas about some of those areas that I'm struggling with, and it's actually worked for me.
Okay.
That gate 6 that I keep running into the sign, instead of following the arrows, you just go out a little bit wider.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come straight through, instead of actually arcing through, you come straight through. Oh, that one I didn't do too well.
Hang on, boy. I'll be back in a sec. my time is nearly over here, boy. We're going out to lunch with D very soon. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to rejoin a game at this stage.
Nah. I'm just gonna do laps.
What I do want to have a look at, I might actually just get into the persistent universe. Apparently there's some darkness illumination thing.
What?
They've added
night sights.
night sights, yeah.
Yeah, I've not used it yet. It'll be the end of
How to take that program on.
yeah, I can't think of the name of it now. The name is just gone off into the Ulus of my brain.
Maybe later on, boy, I might get you to put zombies back on after dinner. I might have an hour on that.
Yeah, I might have a play on that myself.
Haven't looked at it for a couple of weeks now.
Well, since I did all that work on my computer yesterday, it hasn't failed again, so with that memory error that it was carrying on about. Hopefully, I'll just say hopefully, it's gone. Where are you going for lunch?
Northland, apparently. A pancake parlour.
Oh yeah. Showing I go there regularly.
Do you? Fuck, I haven't been to a pancake parlour in 10 years.
Oh, I like the pancake parlour. You don't necessarily have pancakes. They got all sorts of other things there.
No. Well, I just can't eat much more than a couple of pancakes, boy. It's not worth ordering full bore yeehaw stuff.
Full
I'll need
bore
you
yeehaw. So you look for the
Yeah.
menu and you look for a full bore yeehaw.
a main meal.
Okay.
Main meals like I don't order because I just don't eat them. I'll have 2 or 3 spoonfuls and that's it. Then you got to hand it off to someone.
Shields disabled.
Yeah, let's just see if all that stuff that I had, whether the inventory has come back online. They're really struggling with this inventory. It is back. They've had lots of trouble with inventory. So everything that was gone is now back in there.
Let me have a look.
Because I got to admit, I was a little bit disappointed the other day when I turned it all on and the inventories are empty. And you just think, well, for the last 7 or 8 years, you've been buying all those, working towards things and buying armor and buying this and buying that, even though it's not real money. It's in-game money and you put the time in to make it. And then you get on and it's just all gone. And you just think, why? There shouldn't be. I mean, I got to admit, I still am a little bit bamboozled as to some of these things like inventory systems and that. Plenty of games have got these inventory systems and they work. And yet this one, after 15 years and several $1 billion, and it still doesn't have those things up and running.
Dunno, boy. All I can say is dunno. But they're delving into new technologies and things like that. Maybe they got different groups of people that,
Yeah.
the state of the game. I really don't know, but some of these things might be set up for future things that haven't appeared in the game yet. So the technologies haven't been developed in part A to join properly to part B, which then talks to a database written for something in the future, which is looking at stuff that doesn't exist. I don't know. And it just, every time they touch it, every time they change something, it's always broken. I think it's just complicated and they've got to marry it all together. And I've even heard that when they tested in the offices, a lot of the stuff works quite well, but when you put it out to the masses, it then breaks for whatever the reasons.
Yeah.
So then you got to deal with, like us, for instance, with our video cards. You know, they've got this Vulkan thing, these Vulkan graphics drivers, so that just comes out as a default set for Vulkan. Yet my graphics card says "fuck you."
Yeah, but it just seems odd that probably most people would have the DirectX or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And yet they're delved. It was like that time with my computer. They just decided that they were going to set up the system so that it only worked with the latest and greatest processor. And everyone who had the previous one, it was just dead. It just wasn't going to work. And so you have to buy another computer to make it work.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, and you just think, why would you do that? You know, it straight away, it kills off such a vast amount of your audience.
Yeah.
You know, like you could always put out a thing saying, right, well, in 5 years' time, we're going to do this. This is our plan. So that gives people years to get on top of some of that stuff. But just all of a sudden do an update and it just says, nope, you paid your money, but you're no longer able to play because we've just decided.
Well, I suppose it's all about the features that those new processors bring that allow them to do the particular thing that they want to do. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Look at all of those computers out there that are absolutely nothing wrong with them for all of the things that they can do, but you want to play a certain game and it's got features and functions that computer says no.
Yeah, well, I look at my other computer that's sitting over there in the corner there, perfectly good. It's sitting there all in one piece, and it was just a case of having to unplug it, move it aside, and build a new one. Yeah, let's have a look here.
I'm doing Skyscraper, and I'm lost.
It's fucking horrible.
Utterly, totally lost. It's pointing me in all directions, and I got to backtrack now.
Fair.
Get up and make a sandwich in a minute. What's the time?
It must be 11 o'clock. We'll be going. Oh, it's 11:15. Yeah, I'll be going in about 5 minutes. I'll just have time to get this up, have a look, see if that works. And it's not gonna. Now the ACOS system's not working.
ACOS? What's ACOS?
ASOP or whatever it's called.
Oh, ASOP.
The vehicle delivery thing.
Right, one set of arrows are pointing that way, and then I'm looking at another set of arrows that are pointing in a different direction. I'm confused.
There we go. Yeah, I've had 5 or 6 goes now at that skyscraper, and every one of them, I think I get 3 or 4 runs into it, and you just think, okay, where the fuck am I?
So there are some markers on the buildings as well as the chevron markers. I'm assuming it means that gate there. But then all of a sudden you come across another set of markers that are pointing down. Oh, I'm buggered if I know.
Well, we've still got a couple more weeks, boy.
I'm only imagining it. It must mean this gate. I'm going to have to watch someone's run. Once I get the track, once I've done a couple of laps, I'll have to watch one of the scr.gg runs.
So what ship did you say you bought the other day? You were saying to me yesterday, I bought another ship.
I bought a Hermes.
What's a Hermes do?
A Hermes is an RSI ship, and they're basically it's a medium-sized cargo hauler, but it's a blockade runner. So it's got
Uh-huh.
apparently, I haven't used it. I've been too busy doing these laps. But apparently, it's a very fast in a straight line type ship.
Uh-huh.
So whenever you see people waiting for you, you just hit the throttle and go, go, go. But I haven't used it yet. I haven't looked at it.
One thing I did notice the other day and during the race was there was a couple of times I got interdicted.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes. Well, you've got the ships. I can't think of the name of them now. I've got one. It's just so rarely that I get it out and have a play. The warp scramblers. So you can't warp away.
Yeah.
And they're a nasty piece of work because you just think that you're going to escape and you don't. Alright, so that is the start stop. Alright, so that's fucking horrible on my brain.
You might need a rest from it, boy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'll go and make a sandwich soon. Michelle brought me out a cup of tea and it's still sitting here getting cold. I was talking to Dirk and flying and I just got sidetracked.
Mm-hmm.
Although I am intrigued by this track, it's just that it's a bit of a brain fuck. Got my finger on the wrong key. Every time I start a new track, I look at it and go, holy shit, I'm not going to learn this. But then you do after a while. There's so much happening in some of these environments, so it's actually very difficult to learn what's what. I must be going around here. That one's going to be a hard one for me to remember at this point.
Okay, well,
Did it work?
no, I'm in a what's that fucking big ship that we used for the
Carrick.
support ship? A Carrick. I'm in one of those. I would have thought something as big as that would have the feature. I wouldn't have expected a piddly little ship to have that feature, but I would expect a big operating ship to have a feature like that, although it is coming on to daylight here, so I wonder if it just doesn't work in any twilight. It has to work in complete darkness.
So you've got the right key?
Yeah,
Turn it
apparently
on.
left, Alt, and L.
Okay.
Okay, it's not happening. Right, let me go read the instructions again.
Left alt.
Patch notes.
Right alt.
Oh, is it right alt?
Right alt.
Right alt and L. Yeah,
No?
no. Well, the sun's just come up, so I don't know whether it'll operate under that circumstance.
If you look at my screen,
Yeah.
and I'll do right alt L.
Okay. All right. Well, it's worked there. Yeah. All right. Well, look at my screen, and it's not there. Hang on a second.
Looking.
All right. So it is daylight, and the sun's just come up, but right alt and L does nothing.
Okay, or maybe there is
There's
some
a
sort
thing.
of a detection thing. Just go up into space and come down
It
on
will. Come down on the dark
on
side.
the dark. Come to the dark side. I feel like a nice big bowl of baked beans or spaghetti, actually, and on toast.
Really?
Just getting the tummy beginning to go wobble, 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 gurgle, gurgle.
Really?
Really? I haven't had baked beans or spaghetti on toast in ages now.
Really?
While you're having your pancake parlour?
Really?
Yes, really.
Orbital markers, they don't seem to exist. Pomeray, that'll do.
I really, truly do not think I'm following the right path here, but I'll go through it a few times and then look at one of the time trials and see if I'm actually following the right path. It just doesn't, I just don't think I am.
Time to go. All right. All right, I'm just going to log out in space then.
Bye, boy.
I haven't quite gone yet, but I will be gone in a second.
You meeting Danica there, or is she there?
Yeah, they're meeting her there.
Say hello for me.
I'll give her a big tonguey for you.
You do that. I'm sure she'll be impressed. He's got a tongue like an electric eel and he likes the taste of a man's tonsils.
Really? I'll let her know you said that. This is not going to let me log out in space. I'm just going to have to just log off. This one has sit. It doesn't let me lie. It just says sit all the time.
Yeah. Oh golly. Yeah, not not all of them work.
No, fuck it. Options, exit. Exit. I don't know, just whatever's to use. I'll have a look later. Quit. Alright, boy, fuck you.
Bye, boy.
Bye, homo.
Okay. Finish this lap. And I'll go and make some lunch, and then I'll come back and have a look at a time trial video. This track has me a little bit unsure that I'm going the right way. Around the corner, and the only other place to go is follow these. Follow the building. Follow those. Follow that. Let's stop. Alright. Well, let's give it a rest for a bit, go and have some lunch. I shall return after lunch for another crack at Skyscraper. Hey, Dougie. Bye, everybody. And thank you, Dirk, for the chat. Go back to Fat Boy and Swamp Ass. Padoing. And it is time to go clunk. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. Clunk.